Your campaign keeps a running list and keeps tweeting a running list of Donald Trump's fumbles and accidents and confused moments. That's what they call them, saying this is why his handlers won't let him debate, noting times that Trump has forgotten what state he's in, times that Trump has confused Obama and Biden, times he's confused Nikki Haley and Kristi Noem, and on and on. What exactly are you saying about Donald Trump's mental fitness? Do you think he's too old to be president?
So I've said publicly the presidency is not a job for an 80-year-old. Donald Trump would actually be older on January 20th, 2025 than Biden was on January 20th, 2021. But I think it's part of a larger issue that this is not the same guy as the Trump in 2015 and 16. That Trump would show up on the debate stage. He'd barnstorm. You know, yes, he was off color. He was edgy, but it was all part of an idea that he was really going to shake things up. Now he's wedded to the teleprompter. He's not willing to debate. And he's running on many of the same things he promised to do in 2016 and didn't deliver. For example, he said he was going to build a wall and have Mexico pay for it. Jake, he didn't build the wall, and Mexico sure didn't pay for it, because you would not have been able to have 8 million people come in illegally if we had a fully constructed wall. He also said he would drain the swamp, and yet the swamp is more powerful than ever. So he didn't do it the first time. I don't know what makes you think he's going to do it this time, but he should show up to debate, prove that he can sit on that stage for 2 hours, defend his record, defend his decisions, and tell people why he should be the choice going forward. Because what I've made the point is simple. Donald Trump's a high-risk proposition as a nominee, because I think the chance of him getting elected is small, but it's a low reward because he's going to be a lame duck on day one. Even if he could get elected, he would not be able to attract the type of talent to work in his administration, and he'd be saddled with all these distractions that it'd be virtually impossible to get the job done.
But are you and your campaign saying that he has lost his sharpness, his mental acuity, and are you saying he'll lose to Joe Biden?
Well, I wouldn't be running unless I thought that the Democrats would beat Trump if he were the nominee. I mean, they're going very easy on him right now. I mean, they're not saying much. The minute if he were to be the nominee, I mean, you're going to see scorched earth. You're going to see all the stuff brought up from the past, and the whole election will end up being a referendum on Donald Trump. And Biden will be able to hang out in the basement, and I think he'll be able to get away with it again. Look, when you get to this point, the presidency is not a job for somebody that's pushing 80 years old. I just think that that's something that has been shown with Joe Biden. Father time is undefeated. Donald Trump is not exempt from any of that. I think with somebody like me, you go in, I'm in the prime of my life. I go in day one. I'll serve 2 terms, deliver big results, and get the country moving again. That's what Republican voters want to see.
You also noted in an interview in Iowa that instead of focusing on his first day in office on building the wall, that Donald Trump was obsessed with crowd sizes at his inaugural. He was distracted with that. Why do you think he gets distracted with things like that? What is it about him that makes him get distracted with things like that, do you think?
I don't know, but if you go back to that when he took office, we had just come off 8 years of Obama. Republicans had a lot of pent-up demand to see some change. He was the vehicle for that. He made some big promises, and then it just seemed like every little controversy would bubble up, and he would get distracted by going down those rabbit holes. I just think it's important that you focus on true north. Why are you there? Every single day, the narrative, the chatter is going to try to divert you off course, and you just need to have focus, and you need to have discipline that you're going to be able to get the job done and wade through all the choppy seas. Why he cared about the crowd size, I don't know, but I can tell you this: if I had been in his shoes, I would have declared the border to be a national emergency on day one, and I would have begun the mobilization to make sure that we secure it and build the wall. That did not happen under his administration, and now the situation is as worse as it's ever been.